All right, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 Juneteenth Block Party.
We're volunteers. It felt like a great way to help out the community. Really joyful, a day of fun.
I'm advertising a summer camp for Ridley here.
Events like this make so many people feel welcome and that they belong in Brookline.
Just be here. Might get run around.
It was a really cool event. I've never been to one of these.
My name is Ariana, but I usually go by Zaria.
Excellent. And what brings you here today?
So I'm actually the lead organizer of this event. I am one third of Brookline for the Culture, which is a community organization here in Brookline that seeks to kind of make more culturally inclusive events happen throughout the town. And so we had our first event in 2020, and this is our 5th year celebrating. So the theme of this year, which is the Freedom Frontier, kind of highlighting Black cowboys and cowgirls who were trailblazers when it came to ranching and kind of developing the western part of what is now the United States. We can attract more people, which seems to be working, so that's great.
I just graduated. I'm advertising a summer camp for Ridley here.
Oh.
Yeah, where we teach computer science. So
What ages?
5 and up. So
5 years old?
yep, it's starting July 11th and it goes till end of August. When I first started, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna enjoy this." But as you start talking to kids, they're just so funny, and it's I just love it.
What brings you here today?
Yeah, I actually study critical race in school, so I'm home for the summer. So I wanted to come check it out. I'm doing an internship on youth activism and youth voter engagement. So this counts as some volunteer hours. What do you know about Juneteenth?
Slavery never really ended. It's just been reformed. But anyway, the officials went to Texas. They informed the Black population that the Emancipation Proclamation had taken effect on June 19th, 1865. That's why we celebrate Juneteenth.
Yeah, I think it was 2019 or 2020 that it I know that
Probably
at least Brookline recognized it.
But it totally should.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Juneteenth is a celebration of the day slaves in Galveston, Texas were freed. The Emancipation Proclamation, the law that freed slaves, had passed 2 years earlier, in 1863. But that did not mean they were free.
Slavery was abolished 2 years before, but there was really no way to get the message out. So it took up to 2 years to get the message out. And Juneteenth is in celebration of one of the last areas getting informed.
This year's theme is the Freedom Frontier, mostly inspired by Cowboy Carter, but also inspired by a powerful but often overlooked part of American history, Black cowboys.
Now, I knew almost nothing about Black cowboys before being asked to give this talk. I saw cowboy movies growing up, as I'm sure you all did. I never saw a Black cowboy. I would have guessed there were not too many, maybe 10%. I would not have guessed that African Americans made up a whopping 25% of cowboys in the Western United States.
In fact, 1 in every 4 cowboys in the American West was Black.
I was floored by this number. Cattle ranching is super hard, and I know wherever there is difficult work to be done, people who are less valued are often asked to do it. In the early 1900s, this was freed slaves. Now in 2025, it might be farm, textiles, or factory workers, or low-paid service workers. Also, I know that many Africans brought as slaves to the U.S. came with deep expertise in a wide range of skills, from managing animals to blacksmithing to weaving. And with those skills, I would have guessed that some freed slaves would leave the cruelty and limitations of the South and head west to become what we now call cowboys.
After emancipation, many formerly enslaved people headed west and became expert ranchers, horsemen, and trailblazers.
And we know the term cowboy came from a mean name, a disparaging name used for black cattlemen. They were often required to work harder and do less appealing work. However, they were also expected to sing and play musical instruments for entertainment. Like African American musicians who created blues and jazz and the popular music we listen to now, those black cowboys helped to build a tradition of Western music. They are the forefathers of Lil Nas X, Shabuzi, and Beyonce. We have them to thank for Cowboy Carter.
Obviously, Cowboy Carter has been like our go-to CD for all of our organizers. Beyonce is one of our favorite artists.
What is one thing that you hope everybody really feels in their bones about Juneteenth?
With everything that's currently going on in the world politically, where there's kind of been a movement to erase culturally inclusive events and things like diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's so important that a town like Brookline continues to amplify the voices of people that are marginalized, because so often we've been left out of history, right? And so even to think that Juneteenth has been something that's been celebrated for years and years by the Black community, and only recently within the last 10 has been officially recognized by the United States government. So I really hope people take that away.
There is a connection from the slaves in Galveston, Texas, who waited 2 years to be free, and their descendants, the Black cowboys, and my father, and all the Black innovators who have gone unrecognized. It is right that they are celebrated today because they are amazing. It's important, especially in these times, that we know about them because of the history they represent. Juneteenth is a time to celebrate our hard-won freedom and to continue to defend it. So for today, celebrate and celebrate hard to honor and acknowledge what came before. Thank you.
Facing the rising sun of our new day's begun, let us march on.